Okay. So for the frame, I taped the inside of the painting. Make sure, it's protected. And I am using cerulean blue and Naples yellow for the frame color. Just really a minty kind of green. And I thought green would be a nice color. This combination of minty green would be a nice color with the red dress, because green is opposite red on the color wheel. So, and this green is not the nature green. It's, like I mentioned, mint kind of green, more grayish, which is great. It looks fantastic. And then once it's dry, I'll see if I want to go over and put another layer, maybe a bit lighter, because now I have a dark base. It'll be maybe nice to put a lighter color, green. And also another color is parchment. Parchment is a combination of yellow, black, green, and white in different quantities. So yellow, and I don't know what yellow they use, but yellow, black, white, and green. And we can find out what kind of yellow is used if we want to, we can Google and find out. But it's a color that can be bought as well. It's a nice color. It's very soft. It has a grayish green kind of a pastel kind of grayish green. So it's a nice color. I have to be a bit careful around the hair. Maybe I should be using a smaller brush. Let's see if I can manage without changing my brush. The only thing with mixed colors, when you mix two colors together, is just try to get the same kind of, every time, get the same kind of color mixture. And actually, sometimes it's better if it's not exactly the same. It looks much more interesting. Sometimes here when I'm mixing, I'm getting a bit of yellow. Some areas have more have some more blue. Depends on how much I'm putting in there. It's really nice. Wow, makes a big difference. Okay. Now here, definitely I need to change my brush where her hand is. Okay. Hmm. Some more blue. I like when I look at this, the color, and I see, sometimes I see blues, more blue, sometimes I see more yellow. Instead of having a flat, all the same all around. Perfect. We're going to listen to a podcast, part of a podcast about the color blue. It's really fascinating. It's very interesting to see where blue came from, the colored blue, and how precious and expensive it was. Okay, let's do the bottom part. Sometimes I add another very thin line around this frame, inside frame. It really gives it this extra finish. Beautiful. Oh, now we can see her shoes. You can see her shoes better. So parchment color would have been a slightly, well, lighter for sure than this. There we go. And now we're gonna come where the doggy is. And This might need another layer. One more. All right. Change my brush. Okay. Definitely, certain areas in here will need another layer. Let's see how it goes. Oh my God, I love that. Okay. Let's see. Just remove the. Just grounded everything. All of the painting looks much better with this frame. Any frame, any color frame will do. That will complement, the other, whatever we have here. This is really, it's really good. I'm really happy with it. Very nice. Right, so I'm using gold gesso. And I'm going to use this gold gesso to put a bit of gold on the staircase, on the wrought iron work, maybe a bit on her, which I think will look really nice on her bracelet. If you don't have gold gesso, raw sienna and cadmium yellow light is a nice combination to make a gold color. So I'm just going to put a couple of little kind of I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it doesn't have to look too strong. It doesn't have to be strong. Actually, you can hardly see it. Usually these colors are a bit transparent too. I think it needs, Margaret. I think you're doing the right thing using a bit of gold acrylic with it, because that's not enough. Using just gold gesso. Although it when I've primed the canvas with gold gesso and it's awesome.
What I've found with priming it with the gold gesso is
Mm.
that the paint doesn't stick to the canvas nearly as well as with the white gesso.
Right, right.
had
Yeah,
a
or clear
couple of
gesso
people-
over it. Clear
Oh,
gesso.
maybe that would be a good idea, because when I peeled back my masking tape, it took
Mm.
some of the background blue off with it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
just not
yeah.
sticking.
Yes, yes. Let's try raw sienna and cadmium yellow light. Yep. Yeah, it's better. Sometimes if you want to make it look really shiny, if I want to make it shiny and gold strong, I add white to this combination of raw sienna and cadmium yellow light. That's the shiniest part. It'll be like the part where the light is hitting. Okay, it's not bad. I'm adding white to get more sparkle. That's good. It does give it more oomph or sparkle here if you add white to raw sienna and cadmium yellow light. All right. Now I'm going to tackle the leash. You know what? I'm going to use the raw sienna I have here because I have raw sienna right now. And I have raw umber. I don't need, maybe I need a little bit of raw umber, not much, with my raw sienna for the first layer. And then I'm going to do a I've done the leash last week or the week before, some of it. I'm just going to continue now, finish it. Let's highlight it a bit. I'm highlighting it with the raw sienna and cadmium yellow light. And then, all right, let's adjust this leash, adjust the leash a bit using negative painting. The leash is a bit too wide. Okay, awesome. That's great. Now, one more thing. Let's try to add shadow, a bit of a shadow underneath her shoe and the dog's paws, just to ground them a bit. Let's see if it works. So I'm mixing the same. It's Naples yellow, cerulean blue, and I'm going to add raw umber to this mixture to darken it, to give it a bit of deeper. Awesome. Raw umber is amazing. It's just it gives you the shadow you need, the color you need to make it darker, but it doesn't really muddy it, or it doesn't interfere too much with the color itself. That's great. Here, let's see if it works. It works, but it's not enough. So I'm adding more raw umber in here. Maybe more. Raw umber is not an opaque paint. dog. Actually, with the dog, it doesn't show that much because of his paws. It's a lot more darker in the color in on the screen than what it's in here. Maybe not with the dog. All right.